as you're wanting to peak up your lifts, or you're coming up to a competition, and it's going to vary from person to person. You know, some people like to take 3-4 months to peak up their heavy lifts. For me personally, lifting heavy for 3 months, I usually end up burning out, or tendonitis flares up here and there, they start getting hurt. So I think 8 to 10 weeks for myself is kind of optimal when you're really starting to push the lifts. Also, when you are lifting heavier, the loads are greater, your body needs more recovery, your central nervous system simply can't keep up. If you're squatting heavy, deadlifting heavy, benching heavy every single week, you may have a good couple of weeks at it. Before long you're going to burn out and things will start going downhill. So I tend to open things up. Instead of going on a weekly split, I work across more of a 10 to maybe even 12-day split, where, say we start off with a heavier squat session, we'll take a day off and do some accessory work the day after that, which maybe your lower body or your back accessories, then split up your heavier bench sessions again, taking a day off and do your accessories on a different day. And you may end up doing your heavy deadlifts and your heavy squats, instead of once every week, doing it every 5 to 6 days, just listening to your body and giving yourself enough time to recover. Because simply doing them twice a week, you always end up kind of overflowing, not quite recovering, breaking yourself down again, and just not getting what you want out of the sessions, and it can become frustrating. And I do understand that you don't always have to be fully recovered to go in, but when you're peaking for a competition, you want to be as strong as you can be on every single session, and you want to get the most out of them. You've got 8 weeks to be as strong as you can. Every session counts, so take the recovery that you need, take that into account with the amount of weeks that you have for prep. So let's say over 8 to 10 weeks, you have 6 sessions on each lift to peak your strength effectively. So that would definitely be the time where you want to prioritize the competition style of lift. So the low bar squat to depth, if you're competing in wraps, great time to chuck wraps on. Just the straight up deadlifts, working with your grip at that point. If it can be helped, you want to avoid using straps, make sure your grip is up to strength there, and benching with a competition pause every single time. So when it comes to the last couple of weeks of prep, as you're coming up to the competition, typically the heaviest lifts are going to be the ones that take the most out of you, where you're going to need most recovery. So for me, I like to do my heaviest squat maybe 2.5 weeks out. My deadlift may be just under 2 weeks out, and my bench anywhere between 10 to 7 days. So you're trying to prioritize your training around that. So maybe say we 2.5 weeks out, heavy squat day, you take as much rest as you need after that, get your accessories in, prepare ready for your heavy deadlifts. So as the competition gets closer and closer, you're not really going to keep lifting, because you want to be able to recover and be as fresh and prepared as you are, or as prepared as you can be on the day. So basically giving yourself that last week, to tick over. Within the last week, you want to be definitely practicing your lifts, so practicing a light squat, a light deadlift and a light bench. Make sure everything technique-wise is on point, everything's feeling good, but you do not want to be pushing yourself at all. So I'd say you definitely probably won't want to be working higher than 60%, and that's kind of what works for myself. It may vary from person to person. Someone may argue with that and say they need to feel a little bit more weight close to the competition for confidence. But if you've peaked successfully within your training cycle, you'll be ready to take a rest, and that will do the work for you.